All right, guys, welcome to the Tutor Learning Center. This is JD Tutor, and I'm here to teach you some Algebra 1. All right, this information is going to be coming from study.com, Lakeview, which you can access their resources at pshs.psd202.org. It's also taken from Springboard Algebra 1, study.com, and also some YouTube videos out there. So all compiled into one to give you the best learning experience. We're going to start from scratch. Some of these PowerPoints are made from just myself alone. All right, so let's get started with our review and exam. This is going to teach you algebra from scratch. All right, and we're going to break this up into several Zoom video calls so it's not so lengthy. All right, so let's get started, guys. All right, so what are the different types of numbers? What are the different types of numbers? For my homeschoolers, please pause the video if you need time to write this stuff down. And I also will tell you what to write down, what not to write down. Pretty much you're going to write everything down. So anyhow, let's keep going. Let's look at the classification of numbers. Write this down, guys. Classification of numbers. Numbers are part of families. Numbers have different homes. Numbers are part of families. Numbers have different homes. Everything is a buildup, guys. Everything's a buildup. So what we're going to be using here, we're going to start with the Algebra 1 Springboard and other activities, and we're going to start using our information from here. And it all begins from right here. So be sure you write this stuff down and you pay close attention. All right, so classification of numbers. Numbers are part of families. Numbers have different homes. Let's take a look at natural numbers. Natural numbers or counting numbers are numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up without the zero. So natural numbers can be random at 2, 4, 1, 6, 5, 3. All right, guys, so let's look at whole numbers. Whole numbers have the zero in front of them. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and upward. And once again, take some time out, pause the video if you have to absorb, play back, or write this down. So write this down, guys. You guys should have already drawn your circles with the whole numbers and natural numbers and have turned them into me already for a grade. So this is just a review, but also just write down what these are. So whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Integers. All right, integers can be negative numbers. Integers can be negative numbers, such as -1, -3, -4, -2, -5, randomly in order. All right, let's look at rational numbers. Rational numbers. We're looking at 3/4, 11/7, -1/2, 1/3. So rational numbers can include fractions. Irrational numbers are separate from whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, and rational numbers. They're separate group. Irrational numbers can be something like pi equals 3.1415. Pi equals 3.1415. So all of this, guys, you should be writing down. Let's take a look at some other irrational numbers, which is going to be the square root of 2 equals 1.414. Those are irrational numbers. And write this down, guys. Irrational numbers, they are not part of the rest of the numbers. They are not part of the rest of the numbers. All right. All of these together are known as the real numbers. You can put that at the head of your page, the real numbers. And they include natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers. All right, guys, let's look at some quizzes from study.com. Which of the following numbers in the following set are rational numbers? So after all that we've looked through, which ones are rational numbers? In our set, we have -7, we have 168, we have 4.7, we have the square root of 3, we have 2/3, we have pi, and we have -2.13. So which ones are rational numbers? Yes, if you've guessed -7.168, 4.7, and 2.3, excuse me, 2/3, and -2.13, you guessed correctly. All right, so take a moment, write down number one, which of the numbers in the following sets are rational numbers? And then once you guess the answers, write down the answers. And there's more than one answer. All right, number two, same for number two and number three. Which of the numbers in the following sets are irrational numbers? Which are irrational numbers? Square root of 2, 1.78, -9, 3/4, or pi? Which ones are irrational numbers? If you guessed the square root of 2 and pi, you are correct. Go ahead and write number 2 down. And once you've guessed it, write your answers. Number 3, which of the numbers in the following sets are integers? -0.5, 14, square root of 5, I for imaginary number, -3, or 0. And if you've guessed 14, -3, and 0 as which of the numbers in the following set are integers, you've guessed correctly. All right, guys, we're going to end this segment and start with the next segment of getting into timesing numbers and integers and things we've just studied. So I'll see you on the next segment.